Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we're here to break it all down for you on Google Trends Hub. The digital world never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the most critical updates you need to know as they happen. From cybersecurity alerts that could impact billions, to tech titans under fire, and essential tips to keep your digital life running smoothly, this is your unmissable briefing. We've got the inside scoop on what's trending, what's changing, and what you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Let's dive into the headlines that are shaping our world right now. First up, a massive warning about sophisticated scams targeting millions, exploiting a major vulnerability that could have you seeing red. Then, we're digging into why the usual fixes might not be enough when it comes to protecting your most vital online accounts. This is a deep dive into security measures that go beyond the basics, revealing crucial steps you need to take. Next, we're looking at a high-profile showdown between regulators and a tech giant, with serious implications for how services we use every day are managed. It's a clash of titans with potentially widespread consequences. And finally, we're tackling those frustrating tech glitches that can bring your workflow to a grinding halt, with practical solutions for your devices. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a second of this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Phishing scams skyrocket amidst major breach warnings. Prepare for a surge in highly sophisticated phishing attempts as a significant data breach casts a long shadow over online security. This isn't just another alert. It's a critical warning that could affect millions of users worldwide, highlighting a growing trend in cybercriminal tactics. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, and unfortunately, so are the methods used by malicious actors. In recent times, there's been a noticeable escalation in the complexity and reach of phishing scams, often triggered by major data exposures. These attacks are designed to look legitimate, mimicking trusted brands and services to trick unsuspecting individuals into revealing sensitive information. The goal is often to gain access to financial accounts, personal data, or corporate networks, leading to identity theft, financial loss, and significant disruption. This latest wave of phishing is particularly concerning due to its advanced nature. Cybercriminals are leveraging insights gained from large-scale data breaches, allowing them to personalize their attacks with unprecedented accuracy. They might use stolen credentials or personal details to craft convincing emails, messages, or even phone calls that appear to be from legitimate sources. The methods employed can range from subtle social engineering tactics designed to build trust over time, to more aggressive approaches that create a sense of urgency or fear. For instance, a scammer might impersonate a well-known company, claim there's an issue with your account, and prompt you to click a link or download a file that contains malware or redirects you to a fake login page. These scams are becoming increasingly difficult to distinguish from genuine communications, making vigilance and awareness more crucial than ever. The recent emphasis on data security, particularly concerning large user bases, underscores the vulnerability of even the most established platforms. When vast amounts of user data are compromised, even if described as basic or publicly available, it provides cybercriminals with a rich dataset to exploit. This information can be used to bypass security questions, impersonate individuals, or simply to make phishing attempts more convincing by including details that only the intended target would recognize. The threat intelligence groups monitoring these activities are constantly working to identify and counter these evolving tactics, but the sheer volume and sophistication of the attacks present a significant ongoing challenge. Users are being advised to exercise extreme caution with any unsolicited communications, especially those requesting personal information or urging immediate action. It's vital to verify the sender's identity through independent channels and to avoid clicking on suspicious links or downloading attachments from unknown sources. The impact of these scams can be far-reaching, affecting not only individuals, but also businesses that rely on the trust and security of their customer data. The ongoing battle against cybercrime demands constant adaptation and a proactive approach from both service providers and end users alike to stay one step ahead. But what happens when the usual security advice isn't enough? We're about to explore the critical next steps. Stay tuned for insights into protecting yourself beyond just a password change. Beyond the password, navigating the aftermath of a massive Gmail breach. In a revelation that has sent ripples through the digital community, Google has disclosed a significant data breach impacting an estimated 2.5 billion users across Gmail and Google Cloud. The breach, originating from a third-party cloud software provider, Salesforce, has exposed extensive account data, prompting urgent security advisories. However, the critical message emerging is that simply changing your password might not be the silver bullet to complete protection. The incident, identified by Google's Threat Intelligence Group, GTIG, in June 2025, and observed with escalating cybercriminal activity by August, points to a sophisticated operation. The group behind the attack, identified as Shiny Hunters, is known for targeting major corporations such as AT&T Wireless, Microsoft, and Ticketmaster. Their modus operandi involves a blend of social engineering and phishing, a tactic where they impersonate IT personnel over the phone to extract user credentials. GTIG has also warned that Shiny Hunters often follow such intrusions with extortion, demanding Bitcoin payments within a tight 72-hour window, and may deploy data leak sites to further pressure victims. Google has characterized the compromised data as basic and largely publicly available business information, according to reports from Tom's Guide. While sensitive personal details were not definitively confirmed as compromised, this exposure significantly elevates the risk of targeted phishing and social engineering attacks against Gmail users. The concern is that even this basic information can be weaponized by sophisticated attackers. For instance, publicly available data can be used to answer security questions, making it easier to gain access to accounts or to craft highly personalized phishing messages that appear legitimate, increasing the likelihood of success. Shiny Hunter's established history of selling stolen data on the dark web amplifies the potential consequences. Such data can be a goldmine for identity theft, enabling attackers to open fraudulent accounts, apply for loans, or engage in other illicit activities in a victim's name. Furthermore, it can be used in subsequent, more targeted hacking attempts against the same individuals or their associated services. This underscores the urgency for users to implement a multi-layered security strategy. Google's recommendations go beyond the immediate password change. The company strongly advises all Gmail users to create unique, strong passwords that are not reused across different online services. A paramount recommendation is the immediate enablement of two-factor authentication, 2FA. Google specifically recommends using options like Google Prompt or physical security keys, which offer a more robust defense than SMS-based codes. Additionally, users are urged to update and verify their recovery information, such as alternative email addresses and phone numbers, ensuring these are secure and accurate. A critical piece of advice is to remain hypervigilant against suspicious communications, particularly phone calls impersonating Google support. The company explicitly states it will not call users to warn them about breaches. Official alerts are sent via email to affected users. The takeaway is clear. Password changes alone are insufficient. A comprehensive approach involving strong, unique passwords, robust 2FA, updated recovery information, and constant vigilance against social engineering tactics is essential to mitigate the risks posed by such extensive data exposures. Now, when it comes to regulatory oversight, tensions are running high. We're looking at a direct confrontation that could redefine digital service standards. Stay with us. Regulator confronts Google CEO over Gmail filters, sparking debate. The effectiveness and integrity of Gmail's spam and filtering systems are under intense scrutiny, as highlighted by a direct confrontation between the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, chairman and Google CEO Sundar Pichai. The FTC chairman has reportedly raised concerns, stating that Gmail filters have a problem, a claim that Google has vociferously defended, asserting the robustness of its defenses. This exchange signifies a critical juncture in the ongoing dialogue between technology giants and regulatory bodies concerning user protection and service integrity. The FTC, tasked with safeguarding consumers from deceptive or unfair business practices, is often at the forefront of investigating how major platforms manage user data and communications. Spam filters, while a seemingly mundane aspect of email services, play a crucial role in user experience and security. Ineffective filters can lead to a deluge of unwanted or malicious content reaching user inboxes, while overly aggressive filters can inadvertently block legitimate communications, causing significant disruption. The core of the FTC chairman's concern appears to be the efficacy of Gmail's filters in combating spam, phishing attempts, and potentially harmful content. In an era where cyber threats are increasingly sophisticated, the ability of an email service to accurately identify and quarantine malicious messages is paramount. Reports suggest the chairman believes there are systemic issues with how Gmail handles certain types of unwanted or dangerous emails, potentially leaving users more exposed than they should be. This could involve instances where spam bypasses filters, or conversely, where legitimate emails are mistakenly classified as spam, impacting everything from personal correspondence to critical business communications. Google's response, as indicated by their pushback, suggests a confidence in their current systems and a disagreement with the FTC's assessment. The company likely relies on advanced machine learning algorithms and vast datasets to continuously refine its filtering mechanisms. They may argue that their filters are among the most effective in the industry, constantly adapting to new threats. Google's defense might also involve highlighting the challenges inherent in email filtering, such as the adversarial nature of spam creation, where spammers constantly evolve their tactics to evade detection. Furthermore, Google might point to the sheer volume of emails processed daily and the delicate balance required to minimize both false positives, legitimate emails marked as spam, and false negatives, spam reaching the inbox. The implications of this dispute are far-reaching. If the FTC's concerns are validated and lead to regulatory action, it could mandate significant changes in how Gmail and potentially other email services operate. This might include requirements for greater transparency in filtering algorithms, stricter performance standards, or enhanced user controls over filtering settings. For users, such a development could lead to a more secure and reliable email experience, but it also raises questions about the potential for government overreach into the technical operations of private companies. The public response to such a debate often centers on trust, whether users can rely on platforms to protect them from digital nuisances and threats, and whether regulators are equipped to effectively oversee complex technological systems. This high-stakes dialogue underscores the critical role of email as a communication backbone and the ongoing efforts to ensure its safety and efficiency in the face of evolving digital threats. When your essential digital tools aren't cooperating, it can be incredibly frustrating. We're diving into solutions for when Gmail just isn't working on your Android device. Don't go anywhere. Gmail on Android not working, your troubleshooting guide. Encountering issues with Gmail on your Android device can be a major disruption, especially when you're relying on it for critical communications. Whether it's an inability to access specific folders, emails failing to load, or concerns about the accuracy of AI summaries, these glitches can halt your productivity. Fortunately, Gmail and the Android platform offer several troubleshooting steps to get you back online and running smoothly. The most immediate solutions involve checking the basics. First, ensure your Android device has a stable internet connection. This might involve verifying your Wi-Fi or mobile data connection, as server maintenance or network issues can cause temporary outages. Second, it's crucial to keep your Gmail app updated. Check the Google Play Store for any available updates, as these often contain bug fixes and performance improvements that can resolve many common problems. Installing the latest version is a fundamental step in maintaining app functionality. Beyond these initial checks, more specific errors might require targeted solutions. A common message, "There was a problem securing the connection," can often be resolved by verifying your device's date and time settings. Incorrect time synchronization, particularly after traveling across time zones, can interfere with secure connection protocols. You can usually adjust these settings under your device's main settings menu. If you're using public Wi-Fi, this error might also indicate a network issue that requires a password or special access. Attempting to open a browser tab to see if you're prompted for network access can help diagnose this. If you find that a specific Gmail folder is inaccessible and you're accessing it via a non-Gmail account, like an Outlook or Yahoo account configured within Gmail, the issue might stem from the external provider. In such cases, switching to a direct Gmail account or refreshing the app by swiping down on the screen might help. If the problem persists, the non-Gmail provider might be blocking access, and you may need to contact them for support. For a generic internal error message, the best initial approach is often patience. These errors are typically due to temporary technical glitches that resolve themselves. However, you can try closing and reopening the Gmail app or performing a force stop via your device's settings app's Gmail menu. This can help clear temporary data and restart the app's processes. Syncing issues are another common culprit. To ensure Gmail is syncing correctly, navigate to the Gmail apps menu, then Settings. Select the problematic account, and under Data Usage, make sure the Sync Gmail option is enabled. Conversely, if you're experiencing errors due to excessive syncing, e.g., too many refreshes, you can adjust the sync frequency. Go to Settings, Data Usage, Days of Mail to sync, and increase the number of days to sync, which can alleviate the strain on the app. Finally, storage limitations can significantly impact app performance. If your device's storage is full, or if your Gmail account has accumulated a large number of emails, especially those with large attachments, it can lead to sending and receiving problems. Regularly clearing out unnecessary emails from your inbox, as well as from folders like trash, spam, social, and promotions, is essential. Paying attention to emails with large attachments can free up considerable space. By systematically addressing these potential issues, you can restore your Gmail experience on Android to full functionality. We've covered security threats, regulatory battles, and technical fixes. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories and tell you how to stay connected for more. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw a surge in sophisticated phishing scams exploiting data breaches, learned that password changes alone aren't enough for total protection, witnessed a key regulatory clash over Gmail filters, and tackled common Gmail issues on Android. Don't miss out on future breakdowns. Hit that like button, subscribe to Google Trends Hub, ring the notification bell, share your thoughts in the comments, and follow us on all social platforms for more.